Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creative Team Career with Cadillac here on the PC. Tonight, round 19 of Season 6, our final season with this file. And we're heading to Canada. So we are just a few days away from the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal, where we need to redeem ourselves for the catastrophe that was yesterday in Austria. Not one of my finest moments. Yeah, less said about that, the better, I think. So we won't talk about last night. We will move straight on. We're still sitting very healthily in the constructor standings, as you can see. We are 217 points clear, I think that is. Yeah, 217 points clear, or so, give or take, in the constructor standings. A nice, healthy margin with just 6 rounds to go. And then in the driver standings, we've got a 70-point lead over Oscar for Max. A little bit less for Norris. You can see his lead is just 21 points. But it is looking very much like it's going to be Max's championship this season. So, yeah, that is pretty much, wrapped up. This is almost completely wrapped up. We might even find ourselves potentially winning this championship tonight. If things go our way. I'm not entirely sure if it is mathematically possible tonight, but we have only got 2 sprint rounds left, and this is one of them. So extra points are available. In fact, I think we probably can wrap the championship up tonight because it's not 25 points for a win anymore. It's 17 for a win with a bonus point for qualifying on pole and a bonus point for the fastest lap. So 19 points available on the Grand Prix, 8 available on the sprint. So a maximum of just 27 points available on a sprint weekend. And we've only got 1 more of those after tonight, and then it's just 19 points a pop. So yeah, I think if results go our way, we might possibly win the constructor standings tonight, which would be interesting and a little earlier than expected. So we'll see how that goes. Evening Daniel, evening Richard, evening Sarada, Dino, Army, Joe, good to see you guys. Hello to everyone else who is lurking in the chat as well. As always, feel free to say hello, and if you've got any questions, ask away. We'll see what we can do to answer them. Yesterday was hilarious, says Joe. Well, not for me, it wasn't. But looking back, yeah, I can see the fun side of it now, but no, I was not happy yesterday at all. Evening Wayne. Clark was asking after you yesterday. He said he hadn't seen you in ages. I said you've been around. You like ships in the night. You're passing each other without realising. Maybe he'll pop in again today. You never know. So we have a little bit of time to go until it is the day of the Grand Prix. We're going to start by getting our refurb finished for our design centre. There we go. That's now back up to full level 3. I think we still have something else to fix. Oh, we've got a few things to fix, haven't we? Factory needs something. CFD definitely needs something. We're kind of getting away with it a little bit with these ones because we've got a boost from our sponsors, as you can see, on those 2 buildings. So the decline is not as big as it could have been, but it's not ideal. And then our suspension simulator has just gone as well in the last few days, so we need to do that too. Everything in here is okay, and will be for a while. Boardroom is in need of spit and polish, but the board are absolutely loving us at the moment, so we don't really need to worry about that. I thought we'd already done this refurb. Apparently not. So yeah, we'll have to do that when we get some money, because we're still in debt, nearly 300k in debt, because we got 0 money yesterday. I was kind of counting on that. Although, having said that, we are about to get some money in just a day or 2. So yes, once again, I know we're in debt. Stop reminding me. design center back to full spec, and money. Hey, there we go. How much are we getting? 5.25 from our engagement, and another 3 mil almost from Holiday Package HQ Tour. Very nice. All right, let's see what we need to do now. We talked about Turkey and we get it back a couple of days later. Yes, I did see that. Turkey will be rejoining the calendar in 2027. I thought it was Portimao that was doubling up with Spa, but it's actually going to be Barcelona. I forgot it was Barcelona. So I'm guessing Portimao is going to be a straight race. You know, just on the calendar, no funny business. No, on a timeshare with another circuit. And Turkey, it looks like, is coming in to replace Zandvoort, which it is the final year of Zandvoort this year. So my guess is Turkey is the replacement for Zandvoort. So I'm not quite sure which track Portimao is replacing, unless it's replacing Barcelona, maybe, in the calendar. Not sure when the Barcelona timeshare kicks in with Spa. I think 2028 is when it goes away, when Spa starts alternating. So that would suggest we've still got Barcelona on the calendar permanently for another couple of seasons. I guess we'll find out. Right, let's take a look. We've got guided tours as a mandatory for a paltry 300k. Let's get our other bits in. We can stick Ocon in there, and that almost completes our mandatory stuff straight away. Let's throw Joe in there as well. And there we go. We've got a little bit of an overshoot of 800 points. We'll confirm that. And there we go. We are done. Right. Money, money, money. Let's go spend some. Let's get... How long is it going to take to refurb this? 19 days. Not too bad. Suspension sim is going to take 20 days. It's a bit more expensive, but it needs it. Factory we can live without for now. We're not planning on building too much more stuff. And we desperately need to get the other bits refurbed, ready for the remaining bits of research that we need to get done. Speaking of, let's get some research done and maybe do one final upgrade on the car. When do we get our next ATR? 12 days. We might need to wait those 12 days. Could do that, but it barely seems worth it, does it? We could do that and just improve the engine cooling ever so slightly. It really doesn't seem worth it, does it? So we will instead, we will not bother with a Spec 4 side pod. The rest of the car's at Spec 4 now, so not much time to not much point in doing any other further upgrades on these. So instead, what were the regs? It was 30% on cooling, wasn't it? Yeah, let's focus in on the parts that are going to be pretty heavily affected. So let's do another front wing, because that's going to be affected on the front. Let's go with improved tyre wear there and drop these down. And again, this is not so much for me, this is for you guys if you decide you want to take on this save file, because we will be retiring this file. I'll probably still keep it, but I'll probably retire it completely and not play it anymore. So if you guys want to carry this journey on, or if you want to switch the teams and go against my team, then I will make this available, and then you can do what you will. Right, I've got less than 1 million left, so I can't do another project. Should have thought about that. Never mind. One other thing we need to refurb before I forget, and that is our tour centre. There we go. Let's get that refurbed. 15k. And continue. And into the inbox. Let's have a look. Strategy prep for today. Warm, not expecting rain. Well, we know we're going to get rain on the Friday and the Saturday, but the race itself will be dry on Sunday. Let's check our staff emails or happiness. Oh, no! No! Damn it! I was hoping to go the entire season without seeing someone grumbling about the car performance. God damn it. Of course it's Enrico. Always grumbles about something. Everyone else is fine with the car. They have their own minor little, neutral issues, but no one else is grumbly about the car. Damn it. We were so close. So close to getting through without anyone grumbling. All right, Max's target, 4th. So the car has definitely slipped. Which reminds me, we were going to have a look at car performance, weren't we? Do that in just a second.
Formula One has arrived.
I've been looking at the camera
Quebec,
and everything.
We're excited
I didn't have the camera switched on.
On a man-made island in the heart of Montreal is Canada's.
It's gonna be one of those streams, boys.
This unique track circles the outline of the Ile Notre Dame, giving plenty of challenges to our drivers between the tight corners and a long final straight.
This weekend will be taking a slightly different form, as we have the addition of a thrilling sprint race thrown into the mix.
There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
All right. Webcam on. Hello. You can see me now. Right. This is the current state of development. And you can see Williams have really kicked on. We've slipped to 4th in terms of what's actively being developed on the car. Just been overtaken by Ferrari and Ford. But this is only what's actually been designed, not what's actually fitted. McLaren have taken a slight step backwards in performance, maybe to try and level out some big deficits somewhere else. Maybe they've lost a little bit of speed or a little bit of downforce to focus on cooling. What with the upcoming regs, who knows? And then we've also got a big drop for Aston and a big drop for Mercedes. They are now the bottom ranked team. Wow. I mean, when you look at where Ferrari was at the start of the season, they were pretty close with Mercedes, but they didn't have a great car. Mercedes sort of kicked on a bit, and then they just kind of stopped around here and became the worst car there, and then they recovered a little bit. Now they're back to being the worst car again. And Ferrari have gone to being the second best car in terms of active development right now. So they've finally started to put some real effort in to sort the car out. Let's see what's actually fitted. The Williams car is fitted with the best equipment. Ferraris are 3rd and 4th. We are 5th and 6th. So while we have been slightly outdeveloped by Ford as well, they are not fitted with those parts yet. And you can see Oscar in 8th behind Hadjar. Then it's Russell, and then it's Gasly. And then we've got the two Hondas of Tsunoda and Leclerc. Lawson in the Toyota. The Minardis, both on the same spec. That's there's a second Toyota of Felipe Drugovich. Then we've got Arvid Lindblad, Ollie Bearman, Jack Doohan, Gabriel Bortoletto, and then Sainz and Porsche in the worst car of all, not quite running the same spec as his teammates. So Yeah, bit of a surprise. Bit of a surprise that. Let's take a look at the breakdown. So speed, where are we in speed? We are 5th. We are 7th in acceleration. 4th in low speed. 6th in medium speed. 8th in high speed. We really have been overtaken with some of this development, haven't we? DRS, we're down to 7th. We've still got the best dirty air, but it's now less than 1%. So that gap's really closed up. Tyre wear is now less than 0.2%, so that's really closed up. Ferrari really stepped up on that. And then our cooling is pretty terrible. Yeah, so that's where our car is right now. Not horrible, but could be better. So this is the weather situation. We've got heavy rain forecast for Friday, which will affect practice and or sprint quali. And then we've got heavy rain again for Saturday, which will affect the sprint and or main quali. And then we'll have clear skies and a little bit of warmth for the actual race on the Sunday. So we've got one session to try and get everything sorted. Let's see if we can get that done. If we have to change tyres, that could make things interesting and a little awkward as well. Let's start by swapping out engine parts. So go with the 12% engine. ERS, we'll go with that one. And after all my fretting and worrying about needing to buy a new ERS for Max, we might actually get through without needing that new one after all. We'll go with a 31% gearbox tonight for sprint. I don't trust putting that one in because we've got to run the whole session or a good chunk of it. Let's check car parts are fitted for both cars across the board. They should be. Underfloor, yes, and suspension, yes. Okay. Let's see. Canada is normally 21 laps if you want to do 2 separate runs. We want to do one quite long run, I think. Let's put 35 laps of fuel in. Weather permitting, of course. We probably will have to come in and change tyres. And for that reason, I'm very tempted to put a set of softs on rather than the hards, and maybe keep the hards for the Grand Prix. Given that we're looking like we're going to have a very wet qualifying, we're not going to need the softs for that. We'll have plenty of mediums as well, so that's a good point, actually. We'll have plenty of mediums. Or will we? We'll go with softs. We'll go with softs. Right, 35 laps for Norris. We're going to change his car parts out as well. Let's do his run plan. Car parts. We want that engine. And we'll go with 20% ERS. Go with the 15% gearbox. Go. And now we need to do setups. So, Montreal, we're looking probably a 12, I think, on the rear wing. We may possibly go a little below that. We might have to go slightly higher, but it's more likely to be a 12 or an 11.5 than going up the other way. We're going to sort of drop the front wing down a bit. We're going to start with, I think, a 3.5. We'll go with a 2.8, and then let's go with a 3.2, and we'll push that up to a 0.85, 0.8. There we go. And for Max, we'll try him on an 11.5. We'll go with a little bit more front wing. We'll go with a 4.5. We'll go with a 1.9 on this one. And then let's go with an increase there on the toe. We'll leave the camber where it is. We'll try that. And let's see how bad the weather's going to get and how quickly. You get about half the session in on these tyres. So with that in mind...
Green light.
Yeah, we'll still do the softs.
And radio check.
Yeah, radio check.
Good for me too.
Mr. Rally Mod now moves the wings. What, the front wings
Ready,
or the
check.
rear wings?
Copy, loud and clear. We'll need good warm up on the brakes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing top is strong. Do you mean top speed? Not that strong. I mean, it's decent, but it's not...
Try to
Tippy
reduce
top.
curb use and it's unsettling the car.
Okay.
I mean, where were we? Let's go back and have a look. McLaren are quickest, then Toyota, then Williams, then Audi, then us in 5th. In terms of top speed.
Okay.
We're about 1.5, 1.6% down on the McLaren in terms of top speed. And speaking of speed, we'll speed them up.
Can you check the temperature?
Can I check the temperature? Yes. Will I? No. We do have a few rookies running. We've got rookies in both of the Mercedes. Wally Sharik and Krasa are both in. Who else is in as a rookie? It might just be those two, you know. I think it might just be those two. Oh no, we've got Amato in the Ford. Everyone else? We've got somebody else in the other Ford as well. I'm not sure who that is.
How does the car feel?
Who's the other Ford driver?
Really good job.
Forrester.
Okay.
Feedback for Max is pretty damn good. 94%. Very nice. 87 for Lando. Not as good. Given that we are going to have a big change in the weather,
Copy that.
we are
Expecting
going
rain
to
About
keep
just
going
less than
until
10
that
minutes.
rain hits
Yep.
before we come in to do the setup changes.
Here it's raining now.
Aether. Rain is about to start.
Okay.
There it goes. Into the pits.
Box area is
comes
very
Max
slippery.
Verstappen.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see what we need to move to get that extra 6%. That might do it. That one little tweak might do it. It might even be overkill, but we'll try it. I should have changed the tyres. Never mind. We'll do that before we send them out, if I remember. And we're waiting on Lando. There he is. This could go either way. This could go to a 1.9, but I'm going to go to a 3.7. So increase the front wing a little bit. Might actually need to set the front wing down. If I went that way and brought that up. Ah, that's even worse. Alright, let's take that down like that. Let's push that up. That might do it. We'll try that. Do I want to go with very wets? Not if we're going to need them for qualifying and the sprints. And then maybe main qualifying as well. We'll try and limp our way through with the inters. I think. Probably the smarter play. Depends how wet it's about to get. Well, Antonelli's gone out on inters. I'd like to say that's an encouraging sign, but sometimes the AI does do very silly things with tyre choice, so that's not really much of a help. Yeah, it does look like it is going to go full wet, but not for very long, according to the track details bit down here. So, yeah, we will go out with the inters. Right, let's send out Max. There he goes. Trundling his way out the pit lane, and now we can send out Lando. And let's speed him up. So we're above 4 mil. I watched that interview last night. / this morning, Dino, the Domenicali interview. I couldn't find too much fault with what Domenicali was saying. Because in a lot of ways, he's pretty correct. I mean, the race caters to, I don't want to say a niche audience, but very much a dedicated audience of, of fans. There's a lot more of a casual fan base these days, thanks to things like Drive to Survive. A lot of people only started watching Formula One because they saw Drive to Survive on Netflix. And of course, with the F1 movie, will have brought some new eyeballs to the sport as well. And the increased exposure in America. That market is growing substantially now. There are a lot more new fans to the sport and a lot of new casual fans. And so I can't find massive fault with what Domenicali was saying. And obviously he's going to have to put a bit of spin on things. That is his job. So I mean, I didn't think that he was, you know, completely blind to what was going on. I don't think he was as forthcoming as he could have been. But I did very much agree with his philosophy of, you know, you speak to the right people in the right situation at the right time, rather than just going out and airing your grievances in public. I think that was probably a pretty good, it's a pretty good philosophy to have. So, yeah, I don't think it was too bad. Well, they have admitted to the tweaks. He said, he admitted that, there were things weren't perfect, which is why they've made some changes, and those changes have come into effect in Miami. We all know about those now. I do think some things haven't been handled well. I don't think the behind closed doors test in Barcelona was that good an idea. He doesn't like the driver speaking out. F1 historically hasn't liked drivers speaking out. Bernie hated it. And Domenicali's not been in the role.
Yeah.
How long's he been in that role now? It's been, what, 4 or 5 years, I think, that he's been in that role. I don't think it's been much longer than that. I mean, Seb was very outspoken in the late teens, the late tens, and that's, I think, before Domenicali's time, and they didn't like Seb speaking out. Hamilton's been speaking out on various different things, and they haven't liked him speaking out too much. There was that whole thing as well with Ben Sulayem banning jewellery. And the driver started speaking out about that, and then they were basically told, shut up or we'll fine you, kind of thing. Leclerc has been warned about speaking out in the past as well. It's some of that comes from Formula One, some of that, quite a lot of that comes from the FIA. So it's not all down to him. Wasn't Seb the first one to boycott the Russian Grand Prix in 22? There wasn't a Russian Grand Prix in 22. Was there? Pretty sure we weren't in Russia in 22. Oh no, we were. No, I think it was on the calendar, but then it got dropped, I think, in 22. Pretty sure the 22 Russian Grand Prix didn't go ahead because of the invasion of Ukraine. Speeding back up again.
And no more rain.
Evening, Foamy. What happened to your last mod on the
Rain
on overtake? It's not there.
Seems to be decreasing
It
now.
disappeared when I had a look this morning. Well, actually, last night. I think I checked last night and it was
Can
gone.
you check the temperature?
Evening, Johnny.
We need to work on the tires. Keep the temperature on the tires.
Right. Feedback is in.
Update when you can.
Let's have a look.
I'm happy.
Copy that.
97%, and we made Norris's
How
car
does the car
worse.
feel?
Okay, so it looks like we might have gone the wrong way on the roll bar then. What's their their prep hat needs a bit more. Let's keep them running to the end of the session. Oh, I've got the hiccups.
Let me know conditions, track conditions.
I mean, he's drying out. I'm thinking you could get away with a slick. DRS enabled. Okay, so you've taken the checkered flag.
I mean, I don't think you did anything wrong. I mean, there's no... I'm looking at the... I don't think it will have come from Little Onion, who published the FN26 chassis swap on. I mean, it was Project 212 actually made the model. And it was posted so that people could use it to make custom skins. It says, if you plan to post liveries using the chassis, please label it as FN26 so people know it's for the chassis. And I know that you saw that. So I don't know who will have grumbled, but there we go. Right. Oh, we have 1, 2, 3. How many more? Four cars with penalties going into the Grand Prix. So that is the second McLaren. So that is Isaac Hadjar. Drugovic has got one. Sonoda's got one. And Fornaroli has got one as well. Okay. Well, that's the end of first practice. That's the end of all practice, actually. So up next, then, is sprint quali.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
All right, we have 3.85 mil, so inters just at the start of the session. It might get a bit worse as the session goes on, so we might have to get straight out. Let's have a look at what we can do change-wise, see if we need to make any tweaks. We need to bring the front wing back a little bit and push that up to there by the look of it, and then that's going to need to go up to compensate, so that fixes that. Hopefully it sorts that out, keeps that where it should be. Hopefully it doesn't break that or that. A lot of hopefuls in this. But it should be okay. Let's stick in it's wet. Let's go with the 54% engine. And we'll go with that ERS. And we'll go with that gearbox. Okay. Norris, we've got to do a fair bit of work here. So, I went high with the front wing, and that was the wrong decision. So that needs to come down maybe to that, which means that's going to need to come up a bit more. That's going to need to go back a bit. Let's take this down. Let's give that a go. And car parts for Lando, we'll go with let's go with the 41% engine for the sprint. It's going to be wet, so we're not going to use the full power of the car. We will go with the 37% ERS for the same reason, and we'll go with that gearbox, the only really viable gearbox that we've got. We won't lose too much time with the engine. We might lose a touch. We'll only lose time with the ERS if it develops a fault, and it's just now a little bit more likely to, given that it's into the yellow. And the gearbox, if we'd gone with the yellow gearbox, that's where we would have potentially lost quite a lot of pace, which is why we are not doing that. So we'll set up for one flying lap. Let's see if those changes work and whether or not we've just made a right big zero of our car setup.
Green light.
Have a quick gander at what the conditions are like as well. It's going to get slightly worse and slightly better, according to the prediction, but the predictions aren't always right. So we're just going to make sure we're out nice and early, just in case. I said about the step Ferrari, so thankfully I got the download. Actually, I didn't. I saw the images that were attached, and I also know that, you know, every time I downloaded the previous one, like the next day there was an update, and I'm just like, okay, download the update, and then the next day there's a new update, and then the next day there's a new update. So I figured there's going to be some updates on this, so I'll wait. Instead of downloading it, I'll wait. And yeah, it looks like I shouldn't have waited.
So you're in a good position.
Not obsessed with the colour yellow. It's just that we don't have a yellow car on the grid anymore, so you know, it's you know, it was quite nice to see, you know, the black and yellow Renault when we had the black and yellow Renault, because it's just one of those colours that isn't really on any other car, so it just made it stand out more. That's why I didn't want to do my car in this shade of red without changing the Ferrari to a darker shade of red. Good. So that, you know, it didn't
Track is clear.
clash or get lost in the similarities to the Ferrari.
tyre temps are good. We're looking good. Good to go, good to go.
Oh, come on.
Oh my...
Oh, well, this is not just us. Russell's getting screwed over here as well. My God, just move out the way, man. This is supposed to be a flying lap. And he won't get out the way. What is going on? Now he gets out the way. What the hell? Look at, we lost 5.5 seconds in the opening sector. That's ridiculous. Well, we'll put a time on the board. And then we'll try and go again from there. That is just some terrible blue flag avoidance there.
So at the moment you are P1.
So Norris has done a 125.4. This is going to be a 130 something. A 130.9.
P4.
Wait for traffic with Verstappen.
That was appalling. Right, track is starting to dry up. So as soon as we get back, we'll go straight back out again before it potentially gets a bit wetter again towards the end. Let's have a little ride on board with Kimi. Because we're using the 2026 wheel rims, that the tyres are on backwards on the right-hand side of the car. So that is something that I'll need to sort of bring to Little Onion's attention. For anyone who's using that as a standalone. The one that's part of the 2026 mod is fine, because they're different to this particular mod.
I'm in.
Right, reconfigure.
Box there is very slippery. Okay.
Let's go again. Question now is how long is it going? How much is it going to dry up? When's it going to start going back up again? Soon. I'm going to go out now, just in case. Oh my God, what's going on
There's
here?
a yellow flag now.
Bortoletto having a moment as well. Almost beached himself on that curb there. Oh. Oh dear. Haven't seen that one in a long time. God, everyone's getting ruined by back markers here. Jesus. Who am I even watching? Watching Antonelli. Yeah, this is supposed to be a... Was this a flying lap? Well, if it was, it's not anymore.
We are good for the moment. And track is clear, track clear.
All right. Norris is off and running.
It will be
It's Max,
mode
though,
push for
that
last
needs
corner.
the new improved time.
Tyre temps look
Track's
good.
at 3.26,
Okay, that is good.
and I think it's stabilised, so
Okay,
it looks
good
like
to
we
go.
did time it just about right. Let's see if it starts going back up again. Might just stay like this now for the rest of the session. Oh, God. Not again.
Why did these guys not move? I'm in a fast lap.
How much time did we just lose? Norris did a 29.1. Oh, my God. Norris's lap was ruined as well. Max was actually okay. Now we've got a red flag. What the hell is
And
going on?
Red flag, stay positive.
Lawson's out. That's turn 4.
Conditions on track really
This has
not
been
great.
the most ridiculous qualifying
that's some
session.
pretty big impacts there. That will have knocked their confidence, I'm sure.
Right, so weather's going to go back to 3.39. Oh, God. Actually, no, it's not too bad. That's still better than when we did our first run. What is the AI doing? Whatever the hell it wants to, it seems, today. All right, let's get Max out first. There's going to be very little time here at the end of the session. Straight out for Norris and Verstappen. There is... which board is that? That's Piastri. Piastri's in the drop zone right now. Look at some of these lap times. Bearman is 12 seconds off. 22, 27, 32. How far off is Piastri? We need to see how far off he is here. He's 35 seconds off the pace. And Portoletto, I have no idea what the hell happened there. But he's 2.5 hours off the pace. Somehow. Ah, that's insane. MVP up. Canada being chaos again. Yeah, it is being a little chaotic. I mean, it's going to be a dry Grand Prix, but you know, very wet here, very wet in the sprint, very wet in sprint quali, in main quali. So we may see some weird retirements, but I don't think we'll see the 15 retirements we saw a couple of years ago. Utter chaos. All right, Max needs a time. Let's hope he gets it.
You should have no traffic issues. Good to go.
At the moment we are good. And track is clear, track clear. Mode push for last corner, mode push.
There's a lot of cars that are going to get eliminated here because they haven't come back out. Gasly, Fornaroli, Drogovic, they're all going out. Hadjar, Schumacher are probably going to get eliminated as well. Lawson, ironically, might actually be safe here. I'm not going to bark like a dog for you, Foamy. Not Trish Stratus. All right, across the line for Verstappen to finally get a clean lap in, and it goes top with a 123.8.
Currently P1.
Next up is Oscar,
Mode
and
in,
then
please.
Norris.
Mode in.
Okay.
Oscar goes top. Norris goes P3, so we're through. Who is out at the moment? Drugovic is out.
Yeah.
Still got 3 more to cross the line. Fornaroli is out. Bortoletto is out. It looks like it's going to be Gasly and Hadjar and Schumacher eliminated then. It's Gasly. That's Hadjar. And that's Schumacher. So there we go. A bit of a strange end to qualifying 1 there. We are saying goodbye to Mick Schumacher, Isaac Hadjar, Pierre Gasly, Leonardo Fornaroli, Felipe Drugovic, and Gabriel Bortoletto. We got close. We got very close. I can try and move this just to see if we can get the front wing position nailed down. We'll have to go back after this run. But if we can get that figured out, then that's a change that we know that we need to make for main quali. Let's see, should be good on these tyres, at least for the first run. Track water level is at, let's have a look, 1.88 mil. So driest it's been so far in qualifying. It's going to stay pretty consistent as well. Going to hold off a little moment.
So now we have green light.
Oh, and the whole field's going out. Apart from Lawson, who can't, and us, who haven't gone out yet. Just want to give them a little bit of a head start just in case there's a yellow flag so that we've got a chance of getting through unimpeded. There we go. We are out and ready. Well, that's what I asked for. I asked for the 2024 models. So, yeah, that's fine.
So you're in a good position.
Ah, Dunlop. I don't think I've got Dunlop tyres. I've got Goodyears, the Goodyear Eagles. Don't know if I've got Dunlops. I don't remember if that was included in that mod. Have a look. So there's Michelin's, 2 sets of Michelin's, Yokohama's,
Tyre taps are
Firestones,
good.
Hankook's. Oh, there are some Dunlops.
Gap is good.
But they're modern Dunlops.
Mode push. Good to go whenever you
Nothing
want.
recent. And then we've got some older style
Doing a good
looking
job on tyres.
Goodyears. The
Track
Bridgestones
is
that we're
clear.
running at the moment,
Track
and
is
then the
clear.
classic Bridgestones. That's what I've got from the
And charge button off for last corner.
as a tyre
Charge
pack.
button off.
But yeah, some old-fashioned Dunlops would look cool. They'd look really cool. All right, Bearman crosses the line first. Then it's Mini. Oscar's gone top. George up to second. And Albon crosses the line. Very little difference between our two. We're down a little bit on Oscar, but we just need to get through. We are on target to do that at the moment, by the look of it. Oh, only just with Max in 10th,
P10.
which means Norris will knock Max
What a
out.
disaster.
He does. He goes to P9.
P9 at the moment.
That was my bad. Oh, say, come on.
Oh, Norris is locked up as well.
Here we go, heading into turn 1. And there's the lockup. Just unable to control the car by that point.
So we got our work cut out for us to try and make it through to the next session. Track water level still staying pretty consistent. I hope it doesn't get worse. It's actually starting to come down a little bit. And we will put on a brand new set of inters, I think.
Yeah, I'm in.
Box area is very slippery.
Yeah, okay.
Underpilling.
Slippery pit lane, be careful.
Yeah, confirm.
Well, people always want all the detail. Oh, I forgot to check Norris's setup. Let's have a look. There we go. So we found where that needs to be. And we actually made the car better. So it's just the cornering that needs to be fixed, and that we can do after the sprint, before main quali. So once again, we're going to wait because I don't want to get caught up in a yellow flag. So, it's very, very tight. If we take a look at the timings, look at these tiny, tiny margins all the way down. Tsunoda's just 5 thousandths behind Norris. Max 38 thousandths behind Tsunoda. That's the biggest gap everywhere in the entire field. 0.3 of a second. And then we've got a 1.5 gap there. And a 1/10 gap there. And everyone else is really, really close. Tiny little margins. This one's going to be on a knife edge to get through. Oscar's pushing the envelope.
Tyre temps look good. Track should be clear. Remember, mode push.
And tires are okay.
And track is clear, track clear.
And will be charge button off for last corner.
This is gonna secure Oscar at the top. He will definitely make it into the top 10 shootout. It's kind of ominous if he's got this kind of pace. Leclerc has gone top. Russell looking pretty quick as well. And we are not looking quick in the first sector. There we go, 2.5 tenths clear. Colapinto pops up into second place. Good job, Colapinto. Russell now into second place. And again, we're starting to see those margins get smaller and smaller. Having said that, look at the gap there between Leclerc, Antonelli, and then Mini. So close. Tsunoda pops up into P5. Here comes Max. Albon has not got out of the drop zone. He is out. Sainz is out. Doohan is out. Can we make it through? No, not with Max. What about Norris? Norris makes it through. He gets up to P6. So Max out in P12. Bearman joins Verstappen, Sainz, Albon, Doohan, and Lawson in elimination at the end of Q2. And I'm not sure if it's just the lack of performance on the car compared to everyone else, given that, you know, we have dipped a little bit, or if it's the the old engines that we're running, or a combination of both. But for whatever reason, Max out in P12. right, into Q3. We're going to run the 89% tyres for the first run. Track water levels at 1.5 mil. Let's see what it's going to do. We are just about going to have time for 2 runs, I think, depending on whether the weather will permit that. No, it won't. This is the one run we've got to get through, so we'll go with the better tyres.
Green light.
And we will lead the field. We'll try to. Yeah, Lindblad's popping up right behind us. And then George. Leclerc coming out now as well. And now Oscar. And Snowder. So it looks like pretty much everyone's going to come out about now. So let's see how we do. This one lap will determine who sticks it on pole, I think. Given that the track looks like it is going to just steadily degrade over the rest of the session. Antonelli, the only one not out yet. Where are you, Kimi? Don't look at too long. Don't you dare pop out in front of me as I'm coming through. That would be unforgivable. There we go, just a touch early.
So we need to push.
Just to break away a little bit from
And you can use
Lindblad.
all the push bar.
Yeah, confirm.
If Antonelli is only coming out... Oh, God, there he is. We will get through. Whew. I was a little concerned. I was worried that Antonelli was... Well, I say concerned. I was a little surprised that I thought Antonelli was either not going to come out at all and maybe might have to start from the pit lane, or would come out once the track starts getting worse and then has blown his opportunity. But he might still be able to get a time in before the track starts getting wetter. Purple in the first, Russell purple in the second. A couple of tenths down on George. We've got a yellow flag. It's a red flag. God damn it. We were so close to crossing the line. If we'd been able to cross the line, we'd have had pole position and it would have been unbeatable.
Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3.
Damn it, Colapinto. Why couldn't you crash on
And
turn
makes contact with
5
the wall.
or 6
And they'll
rather
have
than
to pick
turn
themselves
4?
up after that.
Just give me another few seconds.
And you can just feel the frustration from the team watching.
Let me
on
cross the line
monitors.
and then nobody else gets to. That would have been perfect. So. Now it's going to be a one and done situation again. Potentially. And this increases the risk of us getting caught in traffic now. Oh, did he pop out in front of me? No, behind me. Yawning a bit. I had a massive amount of chips from the takeaway before I started streaming. I think it's starting to make me feel a little yawny.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Yep.
Matt and I only got 3 hours of sleep last night. I went to bed about 5 o'clock. In the end, a bit later than I was planning to. And I was only asleep for about 3 hours.
And more energy.
I mean, I normally go to bed quite, around that sort of, maybe not that late, but I normally go to bed, somewhere between 3 and 5 in the morning, and I'm usually asleep for, a fair amount, but I forgot today was bin day, so woken up by the bin men this morning. Normally when I don't get much sleep, I'll feel a bit tired in the afternoon and I might grab a little power nap for an hour or two, but I didn't feel that at all today. And jumped in the shower, went and got my takeaway, scarfed my chips down, started the stream, and now I can't stop yawning. This is not a good sign. We're not improving, but then I wasn't expecting us to set improved sectors given the condition of the track. What is slightly concerning is some drivers are setting personal bests, but they don't look that much quicker than we're doing right now. We've gone purple in the final sector because we're the only ones who have actually done a final sector so far. It's not raining. I'm looking at rain, but rain doesn't make me yawny. And even if it was, I've got earphones in, I wouldn't be able to hear it. God, if raining made me feel yawny, this game would be a nightmare to play. Well, we are through. I say through. We're in the top 4. Everyone is done now. Oscar has got pole position. You know what? Are we on an improved lap? We're going to run out of fuel anyway. Let's cancel that and see if we can maybe go a little bit quicker in the final sector here. Yeah, there we go. And now we're in trouble. Now we're not going to make it back in. It's going to red flag the session because we're going to end up parked on the track. Oh, there we go. We're parked on the track. But everyone else is heading into the pits. There's no time for anyone else to come out, so no harm, no foul. And we managed to improve up to P3 with a sneaky last minute stay out, stay out, stay out. So it's Oscar on pole with... what's Norris got to say, actually, for retiring? should be happy. It's went from P4 to P3. Piastri on pole, Russell second. Then it'll be Norris in P3. Then Leclerc P4, Antonelli P5, Tsunoda in 6th, 7th is Porsche, 8th for Lindblad, 9th for Minardi, 10th at the moment for Colapinto, but depending on how bad the damage is to that car, he may need to start from the pit lane, depending on what parts need swapping. And that is qualifying done.
Well, the excitement levels continue to rise here as the teams prepare for the sprint.
The prospect of bagging a few extra points is certainly going to spur these teams on to fight competitively and finish in the top spots.
Okay, it's going to start dry for the sprints. Is it going to stay dry? It is. So all that weather is coming from main qualifying. Okay, soft it is then. Do I want to put any extra fuel in one lap? We're going to go balls to the wall, off the line, with both of our drivers. See if we can maybe jump a place or two. And we are just about ready. So, take a quick ad break and then we'll get the sprint underway.
Here we go. It's the Montreal Sprint. And it's lights out. And away we go.
Stuck behind Colapinto, who for a second was showing a full... Oh, we got a crash. Porsche and Tsunoda.
So there was a crash. Watch for debris in front.
Norris was not able to get ahead of Russell.
10 minutes.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Antonelli. Oh, he was punted from behind, and yeah, he did get hit quite badly. But he got away without taking any damage by the look of it.
And for the crew watching on in the garage, that really must have been a hard one.
What did he? We'll check his rear wing in a second. Evening Joe, you like the livery? Is it a custom or downloaded? It's a kind of a mixture in a way. It's one that I put together using different things. So I downloaded the JD custom livery template, JD Dots, which replaced one of the in-game livery templates. And then I chose the colours. I downloaded the CM Designs Cadillac sponsor pack and chose the sponsors, and then positioned everything where it is. So a Cadillac sponsor pack. There are two. We used the other one previous seasons, but this season we're using the one with CM Designs, and then the JD Dots livery template.
DRS
and then just putting it all together and choosing the colours and the position of the sponsors, etc.
He's 0.5 behind.
Piastri has taken off like a rocket, but we've got a chance here to get past George. Max briefly got ahead of Colapinto. There we go, side by side, and we've got the run on him. We'll get the slipstream off the back of Yuki as well, possibly. Norris still has not got past George Russell. George has not caught back up to Oscar yet. Max close to the back of Yuki. George is now pushing onto Oscar. He might get his DRS here. No, he missed it. Max has got through against Tsunoda. And more importantly, we've got Lindblad's DRS. Lindblad does not have minis, so we might have an opportunity to get past Mini as well. Here's Max's overtake on Yuki. Nice sweeping move there.
That was good racing.
It was good racing. Right, here we go. We've got a chance on George. And we got him. Very nice. It's good because we're now out of battery and the tyres are starting to get a little warm. Let's turn those
Charge
down
on.
a touch.
No
Max,
management required.
I'm looking at the wrong car.
Okay.
There we go.
Take it easy there.
Okay.
Yellow flag. Porsche has been given a penalty for the Turn 1 incident. Colapinto has done what Colapinto does and screwed up somewhere.
Let's have a look at that. Okay, so heading into turn 1 here. Well, you can see the lockup. What caused that, I wonder?
And I had to park it on the inside of the curb because everyone else is coming through. So, almost at the back. That's still his teammate. Max now lining up a move on the back of Teo. Trying to moonlight as a stand-up comic there for me because I wouldn't give up the day job.
Yeah, confirm.
Load push.
Norris is starting to lose ground a touch. Let's give him a little bit more tyre again.
And tires are good to push.
It's really impossible to race like this.
Remember, long way to go in this race.
Come on, Max, you got this.
We don't
Late
need
on
to
the
worry
brakes.
about management on these
There you
tyres, just
go.
push it. Charge on. We need to do the full management on this set.
Okay.
Last of the late breakers.
Not too bad, that.
Yeah, Oscar's pushed his pace again.
He has DRS.
And we are having to defend quite vigorously
We need to manage these tires.
from
okay?
Russell, and we're not even managing to do that. Russell
all
gets
good.
back through. I think he'll have the DRS as well.
Race is long.
Yes, he did. So now we're potentially at risk from Charles Leclerc here. Evening up, Joe.
We need to do more lift and coast. Please increase by 10%.
And we'll need lift off.
Yeah, confirm.
See if we can get past Mini while staying in harvest. That would be nice. Got the run on him now.
Cool the car as much as you can.
Not quite close enough.
Charge on.
Have to punch the battery potentially, I think. Because the gap is starting to open up between Mini and Lindblad as well.
Mode push.
Mini's not making it easy.
A long way to go.
Taking that very defensive line. Max should get him here at the inside. He still shuts the door on us. Takes a very, very defensive line through here as well. He is making this very difficult.
Okay, charge on.
Okay.
Now Leclerc's got through.
Mode push at the moment.
Yeah.
We're okay to push a bit harder if you can.
It's Nelly lining up Norris as well. I think we're just struggling with the pace because we've got older engines and stuff in. This time we get through. There we go.
Charge on. pick up the pace.
Anywhere is fine. We could possibly push the tyres harder, but go a little bit further before we do that. Actually, having said that, we're about to lose the DRS, so yeah, maybe we better do it now.
Use the energy.
Confirm.
See if Max is quick enough to start eating into Lindblad's gap.
And increase tire management.
Very defensive move from
okay.
Leclerc.
Confirm.
And Porsche is into the pits
At the moment you are P3.
to serve
Next
that
guy in front
penalty.
will be
Change his
Russell.
front wing.
Gap to him 2.6.
He had a 10-second penalty. There we go, he's back out and away, but he's done and dusted this Grand Prix. Mini got back in front of us again.
Charge on, please.
Charge button on.
Confirm. Yeah, good.
Okay, Kev, if there's anything left in the tank, let's go for it.
His name's Max, not Kev.
Just a reminder on your eyes.
Okay.
Kevin Maxison.
What about tyres?
Yeah, tires are okay for now.
You are good to go. Mode push.
Try this again.
Yeah.
Keep pushing this time and see if we can break away quickly.
Cool the car.
Okay.
Oh, look at that, he's taking that slightly defensive line. Just stops us from really committing.
Okay.
This time we got him though.
Yeah, okay.
Unless he stubbornly hangs on around the outside again. Around the inside, sorry. No, he can't shut us down this time. It's still there.
He's
This
0.5
time
behind.
we get through.
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
But now we're into the second DRS zone. And he's right with us, so this might not be. Might be a short-lived position gain here. Oscar's just romping away with this one. 4 seconds clear of George. We are a second and a half behind and can't catch him. Plus we've got Leclerc and Antonelli close behind. Max is fighting over P7 with Mini at the moment. We can't seem to get rid of him. Kimi right behind us.
Right, let's concentrate.
We need to reduce K1 usage. Charge on.
Laps remaining. How are those tyres looking? Absolutely fine. Yeah, we can leave them like this. And I think when we're at the head of the pack, we just don't have the pace to push further forward. I think the DRS is disguising our lack of pace a little bit here. Because when Norris gets ahead of these guys, he can't really close up on the car in front of him. And then we start losing ground because of the defensive driving. You can see we're now 3 seconds behind George. We lost almost 2 seconds on that last lap. And Max is not closing in on Lindblad. Oh God, here come the yawns again. Losing even more time. It's now 3.7 seconds. Have I almost won the Constructors and Drivers' Championships? The Drivers' Championship still has a little way to go yet before that gets settled. But the Constructors' standings, yeah, I think we might even win that this weekend if we're lucky.
Yellow flag where you are.
Yuki has had a wobble.
Sorry.
Oh dear, Yuki. This is supposed to be a crowning year for you in the Honda, and it has not worked at all. It's just been mistake after mistake after mistake this season. Oh God, I cannot stop yawning. Another yellow flag. Bortoletto now. Another crash. Oh, is that? No, it's Schumacher this time. I was going to say, is that Antonelli again? I think that might be Bortoletto's fault. Looks like he just turned in and didn't give Mick the room on the inside. Matching pace with Lindblad, but we're not closing in. We are pulling away from Bearman and Mini. Bearman probably has a little bit more pace than he's doing right now, but is again having to drive defensively to cover Mini. Racing incident there between Schumacher and Bortoletto. Norris is still having to drive defensively to cover off Leclerc and Antonelli, and Lindblad's right there as well now. Maybe this is how Max will catch up, by Norris holding them up for him. Fatigue is hitting me hard right now. I'm going to try and power through. It may be one of those... we'll do half the race weekend and then finish it off on the next three situations. Changing the lighting a little bit as well. See if that helps. Nice, actually got a decent lap in that last lap, a 1:16.6. Here comes Leclerc though. And he gets alongside, so we're immediately going to start losing time in the first sector. Give him a little squeeze there on the exit of one. Sorry, the exit of two.
Why is my pack empty?
And now we've got a DRS issue for Norris. The ERS, sorry.
On our side, we can continue.
Reduced charge rate, which means that amount of battery we've got in the car is going to start going down without coming back up properly. Bugger. It's not so useful. There's Verstappen in the background.
Yeah,
Still not able to really make any progress to catch this pack up. This little group of 4 cars. Oh, that's a huge off. I heard the tyres Kimi in the wall at turn 4.
DSC. Stairs.
We're watching the Ferrari. Clearly unable to take evasive action. And that won't
heard
do
the
their
tyres, heard the
confidence
thump.
any good.
Wasn't entirely sure who it was until I looked up.
The team glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away.
Right, let's get harvest mode going. How many laps have we got left?
Button on.
It's going to leave the tyres like that, I think. Yeah, we haven't
You
got
can
many
save
laps
less.
left. Let's actually push the fuel. Have a look at Kimi.
I lost the car.
And while all that was happening,
Okay, charge on.
Okay.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Yeah, confirm.
A crash in the main straight. On the left, crash in the main straight.
Is everyone alright?
At the moment they are okay. Do a debris around the track.
Where's the next circuit that we're going to?
3 laps.
Okay.
It is
For reference, you're currently P6.
Hungary.
Gap ahead,
And
6.5
it looks
seconds.
like that might be a very wet weekend.
4 laps to go.
Oh, and if you're wondering what happened to the replay of Wednesday's stream where we were playing some F1 Legends, had no idea
P6.
that the music in that was copyrighted. And so I got hit with so many copyright claims that demonetized the video, and I tried to fix it by stripping out the audio, the song audio, and just leaving everything else. And it worked for the first one.
What about tyres?
And then I went to the second one, and there were so many instances that the only options I had was basically just mute all audio, and it was basically the entire race on multiple occasions that track played, and then the next track was exactly the same. Too many instances to try and strip out the song. So in the end, I'm like, yeah, screw it, just deleted it, took it off the channel completely. So for those of you that watched it live, thank you. Those of you that enjoyed it, hope you or did see it, hope you enjoyed it and you actually got to see how fun that game can be. For those of you that missed it, we will do another one, but there'll be no song audio in that one, and that one will be able to stay up.
Yeah, all good.
And DRS enable.
Oh, we are up and running again. Right, let's go.
Mode push.
Yeah.
Use DRS.
Yeah, confirm.
Entire phase update when you can, please.
Yeah, okay. Hang on over there.
And last lap.
Yeah, confirm.
So we're not going to catch Lindblad, and we're not going to catch George. We're just trying to see if we can stay ahead of Leclerc here.
Understood.
He is going to have the DRS on us. He's going to make an attempt into the final chicane. Let's dissuade him from that as best we can.
Try to stay in front.
Piastri has just gone and won the sprint.
And check the plug.
Oscar Piastri there
There we
with
go.
a stellar
It is
drive.
a comfortable sprint win for Oscar, so that's 8 points for him. Max only getting 7th. So he will close the
That
gap
was a
by 6
fantastic
points.
effort. Really well done.
And into the pit lane, please.
And he will also close up a couple of points on Norris, so that gap now down to, what was it, 21 points? That'll be down to 19 points then.
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
So things tightening up a little bit here in the driver's standings, just a little bit. We have scored...
Plenty of work to do, we know, but it's nice to be in this
we got
position.
6th, not 7th.
Well done.
Okay, so we got 3 points for Max.
That was again a great
Two.
effort.
Porsche gets the fastest lap
Stopping on
across the
box
line, a
and going to P1,
114.8. So yeah, we scored 9 points. We've actually outscored Ford in the sprint, and that's it.
And the
That's the
celebrations
constructors.
now can begin. They'll be taking the Constructors' title back home.
They've really dominated this season. The competition struggled to mount a serious challenge.
There we go, constructors champions. Oscar then takes the sprint win. George in second. Norris in third. Leclerc fourth. Fifth for Lindblad. Sixth for Max. Seventh for Ollie Bearman. Eighth. And the final point to Carlos Sainz. Then it's Mini from Hadjar. Lawson, Gasly, Drukovic, Fauna Raleigh, Doohan, Alex Albon, Colapinto, Schumacher, Sonoda, Bortoletto, and Porsche. Just the one retirement. That was Antonelli. Just a few laps from the end there, bringing out that VSC. And of course, Porsche getting the fastest lap, which is purely for bragging rights in the sprint on the very last lap there. But we have done it. We have won the Constructors' Championship.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice.
And that is where we're going to call it a day, I think. I am tired. I don't think I'm going to make it all the way through qualifying and the race as well. So let's end on a high note. Let's end on a Constructors' Championship win. Takes the pressure off in some respects for the rest of the weekend. Now we just need to try and tidy up things in the Drivers' Championship and not let Oscar sneak one back on us. So we've got a little tweak to make to Norris's car to get his setup where it needs to be. But we know what we need to do to change that. And we'll probably put better engines in for the actual Grand Prix as well, because it will be dry. And we just did not have pace when we were leading those trains. So, yeah, we need to try something. See if we can find a little bit more pace. So, yeah, a bit of a short one tonight, just the sprint. I will do a weekend stream tomorrow to do the rest of Canada. So keep your eyes out for that one. Not sure what time it'll be. Possibly normal sort of time, around 8. I will be planning on sleeping until midday tomorrow at least, depending on how much longer I'm awake for now. And then, yeah, we'll finish off Canada on Saturday tomorrow, and then we'll be back with F1 Manager 2013 on Monday with round 5. And I'm not sure where we're going for round 5. Let's have a look. Where are we going? It's with McLaren, isn't it? We're going to Spain. So it'll be Barcelona on Monday in 2013. So, yeah, there we go. That's it for tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, a bit of a short one. If you have enjoyed it, though, give us a thumbs up. If you're happy about us winning the Constructors, then, again, thumbs up. Give me some hype. Share the video. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Click the bell for notifications. And I will be back tomorrow to finish off the Canadian Grand Prix. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll see you all again very soon.